All right, it's final part of the Illini basketball podcast roster breakdown for the 2024-25 season. I wonder if we should have just gotten this done before that disastrous performance on Sunday, but I'm not going to let it change my views of the roster, and I don't think it should change anybody's views of the roster. Maybe it should. I don't know.
I think the biggest takeaway is probably that we need Tomislav to be eligible.
That's being generous. Yeah. And we'll start this. This is probably only going to be like 10 minutes because we got to do the college basketball preview after this, which is going to be longer. And let's get this out of the way.
Is it going to be longer?
Maybe a little bit. I think we should talk about Ty Rodgers and DGL first.
Sure.
Because we didn't cover those guys.
Yeah,
in the previous roster stuff.
The only two guys that, people will remember from last year, besides AJ Red and Matt Kuchar. What's his name? Keaton Kuchar.
Doesn't matter.
Kutcher?
It doesn't matter. So
Ty Rodgers, he is a junior this year. 6'6", if you guys don't remember. He wears number 20. Last year's stats, played 22 minutes a game. Averaged 6.2 points per game, 1.3 turnovers per game. What else? We got 2 assists, 5 rebounds, shot at 52% from the field. He
did. Yeah. And we didn't see any jump shots in the exhibition game.
So. Not a single one. No. I guess the biggest thing is how much playing time you think he gets this year. Do you think he has less than 22 minutes a game like he did last year?
I don't know. I don't know what I think it's literally impossible to know or even think about what the rotation is going to look like.
Yeah, you think Brad's just going to go with what's clicking and who's playing the best? I mean, the biggest takeaway from the exhibition game, which I don't want to go into too much because we're going to do a podcast and have stuff about it on there, was Illinois' defense. And Ty Rodgers was, supposed to be really good at defense. He kind of struggled last year a little bit. So how bad is Illinois going to need him if the other guys can't figure out how to play defense? I think Brad basically said, I need guys that don't turn the ball over and can play defense. And I believe Ty Rodgers had 4 turnovers in the exhibition game. So, it's hard to say who's going to play right now and, what guys are going to step up. But what's your projections this year, points-wise, rebounds, assists?
Oh, God. 5 points.
Okay. 5 rebounds.
4.7 rebounds.
Okay.
1.2 assists.
All right. So completely down from last year.
Yep.
Fair enough.
70% from the free throw line.
How many threes does he take this year?
4.
4. Okay.
2 for 4.
I'd take the over.
Yeah.
NBA draft potential in Ty Rodgers?
No.
Okay. All right.
Could have at one point.
All right. On to DGL, I guess.
DGL makes me distrust Bartorvik's projections because he's not anywhere near the projected top 10 contributors for Illinois, which, Jake Davis is on here, so that's
rough, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they've updated. I don't understand how it's possible. They think the 2 leading scorers are going to be Boswell and Rodgers. There's no way. They think Kasparis is going to average 6.8 points per game. Jesus. Stupid. But DGL was a bright spot in the exhibition. He looked good. Had the best game out of anybody, I would say.
Yeah.
Followed up by the 2 Europeans. But, yeah, he's going to play more than 7.1 minutes per game this year. I think that's obvious at this point. Hopefully he shoots it more consistently from three. I thought, he came on a little bit towards the end of the year in the tournament from three. Shot at 22% last year. Got to think his rebounding numbers will be above 1 this time just because he'll play more minutes.
Yeah.
And we'll see. But I think he'll be good. Year 2 will be better, I would think.
Yeah. I think he's going to be a valuable part of the rotation. Just seeing what he did in the exhibition game. Brad again questioned his defensive ability right now, but he did that with everybody. But yeah, I think DGL has a good chance to step up and earn playing time. You talked about the tournament last year. He averaged 7 minutes a game. He played more than that in every game, but the Iowa State game where he played 6 in the tournament last year. So if DGL can keep that intensity up on defense, show that he can score the ball. Brad, gushed over his scoring talent and his offensive talent. So I think we're going to see a lot of DGL, a lot more than I think I expected before the exhibition game. So I think DGL played 22 minutes that game. Ty Rodgers played 14. So you want to predict his stats from scoring, or he just kind of did, saying that he's going to be more in everything?
35 points per game.
Okay.
I don't know. I think he's impossible to project.
I would probably agree with that. I
don't think we should do that.
How much he can play. Will we ever see DGL in the NBA? 6'1", 185.
Probably not, but who knows? Crazier things have happened. He's athletic enough.
Yeah. All right. Well, let us know if you enjoyed this. Oh, we got more to do. What do you want to do? Overall roster breakdown?
No, I'm good. I didn't signal anything. I just made it seem like I signaled. By the way, how much did you say DJ weighed?
185 pounds, according to ESPN.
I mean, John Morant's 174 pounds. I mean, just saying. His favorite athlete, according to the Illini roster page, is John Morant. So,
I mean, I think he has the ability. He's got to become a better shooter.
So the terrible thumbnail that I threw together in 2 seconds for this is going to say, how good is his roster?
Okay.
And the answer to that question is tough. And I almost want to not make any predictions for this roster because I have no idea. And it really annoys me how they looked on Sunday, but I don't want to take anything away from that because I think there are teams that look good in those spots. Like, do you really think Duke is 56 points better than Arizona State? Probably not.
Yeah.
Do you really think Ole Miss is 16 points better than Illinois? Probably not. So I'm not going to have any takeaways from that, but it was an annoying performance. Luckily for me, I was able to look at my phone instead of watch the game for the second half. So I had that going for me.
You literally didn't watch any of it. So
the first half, I was locked in. That's a fact. But first half, I was locked in.
Yeah, I think the potential with this team is really good. They have to figure out assignments and what they're doing. Brad talked a lot about how Ole Miss ran a 5 switching defense and Illinois hasn't practiced against it at all. So I think Brad came into this game with 0 game plan just to show the guys, hey, if you don't listen to me, this is what can happen. If we don't play as a team, this is what can happen. If we don't play defense, this is what can happen. And again, we'll talk about that more in the episode on Thursday. Episode 225 will be coming then, and we will talk about exhibition game, our thoughts on the Big Ten rankings, and then our predictions. So we'll see you then.
Yeah, and this channel, College Basketball Preview, is going to be coming out after this, so tune into that. I got a lot of Big Ten thoughts. I really didn't want to pick a winner for the Big Ten at all with that, but I'm sure I'll stun everybody with my actually, probably will surprise some people with who I pick, but make sure to tune into that. And I'm going to try to get us 10 more seconds to get to 10 exactly here. And
good work. Like, comment, subscribe.
October 29th is when we recorded this and when it's going to be uploaded. Okay, bye.